Hi everyone, it's me Darlene. I just wanted to jump in for a little and let you know how I feel about Derrick's video that he uploaded last night about, let me look so I know exactly what the thumbnail says, living near my mother. When I saw that thumbnail yesterday, I don't watch videos during the day, but he let me know he uploaded one and he sends me the thumbnail so I can promote on my channel. And when I saw that, I was like, oh shit. What living near my mother for the first time in 16 years has been like. And I was like, oh good God, please be nice. I knew he would be. I knew he would be nice. Even if he didn't want to be, he would be. But I kind of had a feeling how it was going to play out, that video. And I was pretty much correct. I knew it was stressful for him, for us to be staying with him that whole first month. How could it not be? It was stressful for him. It was stressful for Skylar. I don't know if Skylar and I talked more than 2 or 3 words per day. I mean, she just would say bye when she went to school. She would say hi when she got home, and then she would go in her room. And, there was just a lot of stress with my mother being there and in hospice care. We had his whole little living room, so they were both confined to their rooms unless Derrick needed to be out of his room so Skylar could use it for tutoring because she does online tutoring. And then he was stuck with me and my mother. I don't know. We got through it. And the thing is that we knew it was temporary, but we didn't know how long because of the whole furniture not being on its way and being told that it could be weeks. And we were like, oh my God. So it was very stressful. And then when I got into my apartment, like he said, it was still stressful and I needed his help more for different things. My mother was still very high narcissistic mode. She just was, it was escalated because she was completely out of her element, and it was really rough. It was, oh my God. I can't believe I came through this though on the other side and that I'm all in one piece. I mean, right from a year ago deciding I was moving, I started worrying the minute I made that decision, but I knew I was doing it. That's all there was to it. And then when I started talking about it on this channel, now I was committed to really doing it, which I was committed in January. But now it was like I have to go through the steps because there was no way that I was doing a series on moving to Mississippi and then not moving. I mean, I just could not let that happen. So having this channel really got me through this. It did. And all the decluttering that I had to do, and I was miserable. I was so miserable, and anyway, got through it. When we first got into this apartment, I was here one night alone before my mother came out of respite. I got respite on both ends. I got it when we were moving here. She was in respite when Skylar and Derrick came. We actually picked her up at a hospice home, from the home to the airport. And then when my furniture arrived, the social worker said, we can get her respite. And they took her that night, a couple nights after the furniture arrived. I was like, oh my God, I got so much to do. And she's like, we can take her. And they did. So I had 5 days and nights. So Derrick and I could go together alone. Not leaving my mother alone, to move the big things and to arrange things. So that was really, really nice. So I slept there on a Saturday night alone, and then my mother came on a Sunday. Now we've been here like almost 2 months. And, the first month again was a little rough. It was took a lot of adjusting and trying to figure out for me, like how I can set up my workspace, and I need to get back to work and all that. And my mother just was not happy, let's say, that she was here. She missed Maine a whole lot more than I did because she's not the one that has the stress of the house and the bills and all that stuff like I do. But she's pretty much over that. She has the living room with a sliding glass door. I do want to do a tour, and I'm telling myself now that I do not have to include her room. That's what's stopping me, because I don't want to bother her, and I'm just going to feel uncomfortable. Say hi, Ma, stuff like that. So I can show you the other places, my workspace and stuff like that. And, but she has a nice room, even though there's times that she insists she's going to a nursing home because she just wants some attention, and she'd be nuts to leave what she has here and with, somebody right there to do whatever she needs, to feed her what she wants. I mean, she just doesn't realize, she should be nicer to me. So when Derrick and I talked about me moving, I used to tell him, I don't want you to ever think that I'm going to be a pain in the ass. I'm not going to be like at his apartment all the time. I would tell him that. I don't know if he believed that or not, but I think he does see that that's not what's going to happen because I'm a workaholic. Everybody knows that. He is too. And I'm just so happy to be near Derrick and Skylar that I don't have to see them constantly. And it was rough when Skylar was kind of like not hanging around me. I know we had that rough month. I mean, she never, complained about it or anything, but I could tell. So it was rough on her, and she has since told me that it stressed her out. She would go to school stressed because we just never know with my mother and the dynamics and all that stuff. When I moved here for a good month, I would barely see them. I mean, we got together for Christmas, stuff like that. And there were times that I'd feel sad, but then I had to remember she's a teenager now, and there's just, it's just changing. I knew that. It wasn't the little girl who was always like, meme, like my son said, and just wanting to do things all the time. And, she doesn't care about slime anymore or, any other crafts. It's not like, oh, let's play games, let's make up games. And I thought, my only chance here is if she's still interested in the fabric. And I didn't bug her about it. But then one weekend, her friend was, I don't know, busy or whatever. She wasn't with her friend AG. And I said, I'm going to ask her if she wants to come over. I texted her. I knew that, because I had asked Derrick if AG was going to be around. He said, no, she's got something. And so I texted Skylar and I said, since you're not going to be with AG, you think you want to come over for a little bit? And she said, yeah, sure. And so she did. She came over and I said, how about we look at these boxes of fat quarters? She's like, yeah, let's do that. That was it. She was hooked. I mean, we had, I think I still had 6 boxes, so 600 fat quarters. And I said, well, we can take one box and sort them, and then I can sell those for my sale. She's like, just one box? And she's like, why can't we do all of them? That's going to take a while. But we did, we sorted them all. And I said, okay, I'm going to put these aside to sell. And I think it was like the next day or whatever. And she's like, why don't you just put them all for sale? And so I was like, okay, I will. And, she's been over, like I would say, at least every other day since then. She just came over tonight, didn't even ask, out of the blue. She just comes in. I was like, hi. She goes, do we have anything we can do? And I said, yes, we can do a lot. And I was really sleepy today and not feeling well because I had forgotten to put my mask on for most of the night. And that can just wipe me out. Even had to lay down for a while today, something I never do. And I was discouraged because I wasn't ready for the sale. And I thought, I'm going to have to tell my exclusive shoppers that I'm just not going to be able to do it unless I do it on Saturday. And so when Skylar came, I mean, I had some stuff, but it encouraged me to do some more cutting, and she was doing the stacking and, just different things. She was pressing the fat quarters for me that I was about to cut, and so we got quite a bit done. So that was really cool. And, but no, bugging Derrick, I don't think he has to worry about that. He doesn't. you know, I'm pretty independent. I don't need a lot. I'm not very needy, but it is nice to know that, like, if I have to bring my car to a garage or whatever and I need a ride, that's nice, you know, that's nice to have. Or if I have to go to a procedure, or even if he has something he has to do and needs a ride, we're there for each other like that. And that's very comforting, and it eases my stress, because I worry about stuff like that, how I don't have anybody to just help with small tasks. And so I'm content. I think he's content. I think he will get even more content when he realizes that, you know, we're still settling in here. It's still vastly different than what I was used to. And I think that as we settle in a little bit more, he is going to be, he's thrilled that Skylar now has found interest. And I do believe she just needed some time to adjust. And so I know that has really cheered him up. And he likes that she has a little job. She's got a bank account now. You know, so he sees that. I think he was stressed too, that there was like not as much of a connection. And I think he worried about me more than he worried about her. Like, oh my God, my mother moves all the way over here and Skylar doesn't even care to be with her. You know, it's not that she didn't care to be with me. It's just that she didn't care to be with me. You know, it was like she wasn't like all over me wanting me to do things with her or wanting to do things with me. She just was a teenager who just didn't give a shit about anything but her friend and her other friends. And but then once she was with me and it was like old times, just looking at fabric, that's all it took. So I'm glad I waited, and I just waited patiently. And now we have our awesome relationship back. But I'm going to have to always remember that there's a lot of stages that she's going to go through. You know, I just want to be here for her, for whatever she needs. And that's really all I can do. And whatever changes come around, I'll be good with it. All right, you guys, thank you so much for watching. I will be back with more soon. Bye.